Alright, today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 daily habits of consistent content creators. These are 3 habits that I personally use almost every single day to continue being a consistent content creator. Now, where is my social proof? What's the evidence that I am a consistent content creator? Well, in the last 5 months alone, I've posted more than 100 YouTube videos. I've posted 35 videos in the last 35 days. I have posted more than 300 YouTube shorts in the last 3 months. Alright, I've gone from having 30 videos on my channel to almost 500 videos on my channel in the last 6 months. So that is how I'm a consistent creator. I'm currently posting in between 2 to 5 YouTube shorts a day and 1 to 2 videos every single day. So that's my sort of social proof that I am a consistent content creator and that I sort of know what I'm talking about. So let's get into these 3 daily habits of consistent content creators. But before I do that, let me just shut the door. I can hear the curtains blowing around in the other room. Anyway. So, first of the 3 daily habits is something called morning pages. Now, I'll actually just get my notebook off my bed. So, morning pages is pretty much a daily thing that I do every day. Basically, morning pages is a daily exercise where every morning, as soon as you get up within the first half an hour, 60 minutes, whatever it is, you take out a notebook, a piece of paper, whatever, your iPhone notes, and you write down ideas. Now, basically, for me, I try and do at least 5 ideas every single day. I've actually done this many times before. I've sort of been doing it on and off for the last 2 or 3 months, but I've been trying to do it consistently for the last couple of weeks. But here's my morning pages from yesterday, actually. This is for the 2nd of the 1st, 2025. Today's the 3rd, but that's from yesterday. And I wrote down 9 ideas. This took me maybe 5 minutes, of me sitting in my bed. I woke up, within 5 minutes I was doing that, morning pages. This helps you, why, okay? Morning pages helps you because it is an easy way to generate ideas. Your brain is in the most creative and programmable stage of the entire day as soon as you wake up. Within that first 90 minutes, 60 minutes of waking up, your brain is in the most creative and programmable time of the day. Now, the reason those 2 things are important is because 1, creative, you're able to just easily think of ideas without needing any inspiration. And 2, you're able to program that as a daily habit. So it's much easier to build habits if you do them straight in the morning than it is to do them in the afternoon. Have you ever noticed when you want to try and do something every day, or you want to try and do something, and it's so much easier if you just get it done in the morning than it is to do it in the afternoon, right? If you say, I'm going to do it first thing in the morning, it's more likely going to get done than if you say, I'll do it this afternoon. That's because in the morning, in the first 60 minutes of waking up, your brain is the most creative and programmable time of the day. So you're able to build new habits faster than any other time of the day, and come up with ideas without much inspiration, better than most other times of the day. So, having a hard trouble speaking. Anyway, so basically, morning pages, get out a notebook, get out a piece of paper, get out a Word doc, your iPhone notes, whatever it is, and just write down your ideas. Write down. I do a minimum of 5 every day. I think this was yesterday's. I did 9 ideas. I think see that there. I wrote down 9 ideas. I think I have today's here as well somewhere. This is a new notebook that I've only been using. There you go. Today I did 5. I only did 5 today, but there you go, 3rd of the 1st. I did 5 ideas this morning. Morning pages is a very, very, very helpful daily action that I do as a consistent content creator. Now, about half an hour ago, I filmed another video, which will have been yesterday's video by the time you're seeing this. And I talked about the 3 things you need to set goals like a winner in 2025. And one of those things I talk about daily actions, okay? And the daily action that I use as an example is my morning pages. Every single day, I do my morning pages. And the reason I do that is because I have a goal to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Now the reason, sorry, I already said that, 10k subs by the end of 2025, I basically decided, okay, well, what is a small daily action that I can start doing that is going to help me get to that goal, hit that goal, and get to that goal faster? Morning pages. I actually found morning pages from 2 different YouTubers. I won't mention the YouTubers, but I've heard of morning pages from 2 or 3 different people, and I decided to start doing it. So I've been doing that pretty recently, and it's actually been an absolutely, genuinely, it's been amazing. It has helped me create content so much. So that's the first one, a little bit of a rant there. That's a bit of a 4 minutes in, alright, 4.5 actually. Next, inspiration via life. Now what does this mean? Now, I started talking about a principle called mood inspiration a few months ago, and it's a bit similar. Basically, mood inspiration is where doing certain things makes you sort of feel a certain way, you feel like a certain vibe, and then you want to go and take on some certain task. And so this is a bit of a different way. Basically, most people look for inspiration from their phone, from their friends, from their environment. But basically, one thing that I've noticed is that I will tend to have ideas, I'll just have ideas without even trying. When I'm actually just living life, when I'm out on bike rides, when I'm exploring nature, when I'm just doing things, when I'm hanging out with friends, when I'm whatever it is, I have the best, most creative, most free-flowing idea generation state when I'm just living life and I'm not trying to generate ideas. Now, as I just said, morning pages, that is a time when you sit down and try and generate ideas. But that's because it's in first thing in the morning, your brain is in a creative flow state. When I'm like, yeah, I've got ideas, whatever, and I try and sit down and just think of ideas, a lot of the times you're not going to come up with ideas. But if you can just go and live life, you're going to start to get ideas. Now, if you've been following me for a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so, or you've been following me since June, you may know that I didn't post a single video in the month of June. The last video I posted in May was on the 28th of May, and I didn't post again until the 7th of July, so like 6 weeks. I spent like 2 or 3 of those weeks in the first few weeks of June not thinking about content at all, and then the last sort of week or two, the first week of July, I was trying so hard to come up with video ideas, to make a video, and I just wasn't. I was spending all my time trying to come up with ideas, and then therefore I never came up with ideas. I didn't just let it flow. I didn't just go and live life. I didn't go and try and self-inspire. I didn't try and go and do things and see things and live things that were going to inspire me. I just sat down at a desk every day and tried to come up with ideas, and it never worked. I also I hadn't honed in my skill of creativity as much as I have now. I didn't know a lot of the things I know now. But just go live life. If you want to try and generate ideas from sitting down at a desk every day and staying in a dark room, whatever, that's fine. That's cool. Do you. But I find personally that I come up with amazing ideas when I'm just doing things, when I'm just living life, okay? So, inspiration via life. Just go and live your life, do things, watch content, go for walks, go out in nature, go for bike rides, just live normal life. Go and explore, and you will get great creative ideas. And third, the cross the moat productivity tactic. Now, I actually heard this from another YouTuber who I was watching about a week ago. And basically, he said that... Hang on, quick, let me just turn this. Hang on a second, guys, this is crazy. Anyway, so, this little diagram, this is my second whiteboard, so I have 2 whiteboards, one there and one there. But basically, this little thing here, it says here, the final push is where the progress is made, and then this diagram represents the amount of friction when trying to make progress. Basically, you sit down at your desk, you start trying to do the work. Immediately, it's super hard to just sit down and keep doing the work. But then the longer you get into doing the work, it becomes easier and easier and easier until maybe you're 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes in, and it's pretty easy. And then you get to a challenging part, and it becomes super hard, right? It is so hard. And that's where most people give up. That is where most people stop the work. But if you can use the cross the moat productivity tactic and just push through that and get over the other side, it's going to be like free flow state, insane, okay? So let's go back to this whiteboard. I think that's what it was. That looks about right. Basically, that's just a diagram. I drew that up on my whiteboard yesterday. I just realised that. But basically, your cross the moat productivity tactic is where when you get to a hard part, when you're trying to do work, that's really straight. Still, it is what it is. When you're trying to do work, when you're trying to be productive, there is going to become, it starts really hard, and then it gets easier and easier and easier until you're sort of just in a flow state. And then there's going to be that push. That's what's called the final push. It's called, the moat of productivity. Is when it's really hard, then it sort of gets easier and you're sort of fine with it. And then after a while, after 30, 60, 90 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours, after you've been putting in lots of work, you get to a point of, you come back and it's like super hard to keep going. But the cross the moat productivity tactic basically says that if you can just sit down and sort of just keep going and mentally tell yourself, it's gonna get easier, it's gonna get, cross the moat, push through, it's the final push. If you can do that, and if you can just keep doing the work, a couple minutes later, as you've seen, the diagram goes like this. Get down, and then there's a big thing, right? If you can get past that final push, if you can get past the moat of productivity, you're then basically going to have a free-for-all when it comes to being a flow state and creative and getting work done, okay? When you could get past that initial push, that really big challenge, and get past that, it's going to become so much easier, right? Maybe you you have a job, right? And the first bit is sort of sort of a pain in the ass, and then it gets a bit easier. After a while, you're sort of just, doing it, it's fine. And then all of a sudden, it just gets really hard. You want to sort of give up, you want to just leave, whatever. But if you can just keep pushing through, after that, it goes back to being easy. It goes back to being in a flow state. That is the cross the moat productivity tactic, okay? When it gets really hard, if you can just stick with it for a couple more minutes, most likely, it's going to go back to being easier. You're going to be in a flow state again because you've pushed through that and you now have the freedom to continue working. So those are the 3 daily habits of consistent content creators. Habits, tactics, whatever. Morning pages, when you first wake up and before you get out of bed within the first 30 minutes, get out a notebook, get out a pen and paper, get out something you can write on. Write down at least, I like to do at least 5 ideas. Some people do 10, 20, don't have a number. I like to do at least 5. Inspiration via life. You will get the best ideas when you're just living life, when you're just experiencing your life. 3, cross the moat. If you can push through that final push when it comes to productivity, you're going to get into that flow state, and the work will become easy. While I'm talking about cross the moat, I recorded one YouTube video, probably, what time is it? 3:30, probably like 45 minutes ago. After that video, I was not feeling inspired. I sort of sat down, I didn't really want to do any more work. I started playing on my phone, whatever it was. And then I didn't really want to make this video. But I used to cross the moat productivity. I thought of this. I'm like, cross the moat, right? So I go to my notebook, I look through my ideas, I go, alright, cool, I'm going to film about that video. Still don't really want to. I sort of just pushed through it. And by the time I was about to start recording, I was back in that energy of like, yes, let's record, creativity, hard work, let's go, let's get this thing done. And because I used this cross the moat tactic, I went from, I could have just left, gave up, not filmed anything else, gone and watched YouTube, watch movies. I have a projector right here that I actually got for Christmas. I literally could just go watch movies, like on this, just go watch movies for the rest of the day. But I decided to get the work done, right? I decided to use this cross the moat productivity tactic, and now I'm here filming this video. So those are the 3 daily habits of consistent content creators. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe and leave a comment of which one you think is the most helpful, most important: morning pages, inspiration via life, or cross the moat. My name is Sam. I'm a 15-year-old aspiring entrepreneur / content creator who is trying to grow his personal brand and online business in 2025. So if that sounds like it resonates with you, subscribe. I talk about self-improvement, mindset principles, things like goal setting, habit building, productivity and creativity, and consistent content creation, and how I merge the 2 of those. How I use the self-improvement mindset and all that sort of thing and merge it with consistent content creation to become a more capable individual. So if that sounds like it resonates with you, please do subscribe. All of my resources are going to be in the channel description. So the links in the channel description. I have a free newsletter, paid ebook, and second channel, all in the channel description. Subscribe. My name is Sam. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.